Hi everybody, thanks for stopping by the Tone Addict. I had a subscriber asking a little bit about how to step up the gain on these 4-hole Marshalls to try to emulate or make it seem more like a 2-channel amp. What I used to do, what a lot of guys do. Back in the day, I had 2 Marshalls, a JCM 800 and the Marshall Plexi like this, only the 100-watt version. And I would get most of my tone out of this and get a really good tone. And then I ran it through an ABY box, which I'm going to show you here in a minute. And that way I can split 2 different amps, and then I would just step on and kick the 800 in when I was going to do a lead. And then kick it back off. Or actually what I would do is blend both together, and the 800 would be set more gainy and just a little bit higher in volume to kind of get up over the drummer. And once the band got bigger and more popular and played bigger arenas and concert halls and whatnot, I had more powerful PA systems, and really that's not necessary. You can just get you a good tone and have a good sound man, and it just simply turns you up. But one of the ways that you can do this, if you only have just the 1 amp, is you can still use the ABY box and get a really good tone, and I'll go through and show you how I got this tone. And then by running on the B channel, so you run your whatever you're going to do to get your tone. If you're going to use a pedal or 2 in front of the amp, you do that on the A side of the ABY switch. And then in this case, I'm going to be running the Duelist pedal, and I have the EP booster as kind of my always-on pedal that just keeps the boost going. And I'm using the Duelist as a boost, not really as an overdrive. And I'll show you the settings. There's not much gain at all coming. It's just boosting the good tone that's already coming out of the Marshall. Then what I did is I came out of the B side, and I ran it into another boost with my Naga Viper boost, and I have that set pretty much full power but no gain, so I keep the gain structure of the amp in there. So then when I click on both channels, that comes in and it goes in, but before it hits the amp, it goes through the Naga Viper first, and then it hits the amp. And then what I'm doing over here is I come into the low side, and that's channel A, and then I jump her back over into the low side of the high treble side. So the main tone is coming in lower, because remember this gives you a dB loss. So this is the lower gains inputs here. So I'm on the lower gain inputs and set my tone for that. And then when I step on both, or the B channel, I come into the high side, which automatically gives you some gain. And in between that, I have the Naga Viper, which really hits it. So this is what it sounds like when you get to the final product. Okay, a little bit about how I set all this up. So what I did is I came out of the ABY switcher, and this would be the A lead coming out. So this is my main guitar tone. And I'm coming into the low side of the dark channel. Then I jump her over into the low side of the bright channel, and then this would be the B lead coming from the ABY switcher. In between this B lead, I have the Naga Viper set on a clean boost to bump it up even more. So I'm going to get the gain, because I'm on the low side here, this is on the low input here, the main tone is automatically lower in volume because of the way this is set up. And then because this is higher, you get the dB boost, it's automatically boosted, plus I put the boost in that. So that dramatically increases the gain and the amplitude of the amp. And then also how I set it, this is set on 3, and I have the bright channel set on just a little before 6, 5.5 or so. And then just pretty much always at around 7 on these is good. And then the presence is straight up, and I was playing through the 20 watt switch. So, and in the back I had in the back I had the TC Electronics reverb going through the effects loop, and then over here on the pedal board. So here's the ABY switcher, and I'm coming, you come at from the last in your chain, you come into the input, then you come out the A side, and that goes into the low part, and the regular tone's always going on the A, and then I have the B lead coming out, and it goes in to the end of the Naga Viper, then this goes out and feeds the high side of the treble. And this is always on. The original tone, how I had it set, I had the EP booster always on, and I also used the dualist just to give it a little bit more, hardly any distortion. I got it about 1.5 or 2 on the drive. But I have it set on the fat switch, and it just kind of rounded out the tone and brightened it up a little bit. So that's always going. I got the booster and the dualist going with those settings. And then when I step on this, it engages both. So I still have my original tone, but it flips onto that high side, and it also engages this booster, and that's that dramatic increase that you're hearing. So that's one way to do it. Thanks for stopping by.